We are entering the most explosive 6 months in crypto history. Every single cycle has a window of opportunity, and this one is wide open. If you're positioned correctly, the next 180 days could 20x your portfolio and change your financial future forever. In this video, I'm going to give you a clear outlook of the next 6 months, how to prepare mentally and financially, and my top 10 altcoin picks with a 20x potential plus. Make sure to smash the like button, tap subscribe, and let's prepare for the biggest wealth cycle and transfer of your life. What the next 6 months look like? Well, let's set the stage. We're mid-bull run in 2025. Bitcoin seems to be cooling off, ETH is running, and altcoin rotation is about to go parabolic. Historically, this window, post-halving, pre-peak euphoria, is where altcoins explode. From now through Q1 26, we'll likely see retail flood in, DeFi and AI gaming narratives go absolutely vertical, memes hit mania, and late stage rotations into microcaps. You must position early, rotate smart, and manage your risk, or you will become the exit liquidity. How to prepare for life-changing gains. Have cash ready for the dips. 20 to 30% in stable coins for red days. Opportunities hide in fear. Build a rotation strategy. Move profits from large caps to mid caps to low caps to stables. Rotate again. Set profit targets. Use ladder sell orders. Sell 25% at 2x, 25% at 5x, 25% at 10x, and ride the rest and sell the rest wherever you believe. I'm going to show you a few things in this video, so make sure you stay with me right to the end. Last of all, get mentally ready. Ignore the noise, stick to your plan, and don't FOMO and don't over leverage. Now, if you missed the plan that I spoke about, well, you can go ahead and make sure to watch these 3 videos, especially these 4 videos. Okay, these videos are going to change your life. And why is that? Because I'm showing you, especially in this video, I will leave them pinned in the cards above for you, exactly how to rotate your capital to maximize your gains. Do you want to become a millionaire this cycle? Well then, go and check those videos out and let's move on. The US economy has grown at 3% rate in Q2, a better than expected pace even as Trump tariffs hit, right? So this is number 1 catalyst for where we're at. It's showing growth regardless of what Fed Chair Powell is doing, because of course it is so obvious that he is now playing games. Okay, we really could have lowered interest rate risks, interest rate decisions, and given a rate cut likely yesterday, but he's playing games. 2 of the 11 committee members said yes to a change. They voted yes to a change, which is unusual because usually all of them agree, right? So this is impeccable to understand or understand, because this is where things start to unfold for this space. Now, this, if we get delayed in the next Fed rate interest decision, which is September, then November, and those are the last 2 for the year. What we want to look at is, if we're told at that next meeting that we will remain the same, we continue to know that the bull market will be prolonged. We will either sit sideways, have small retraces, and then make the move. But it can only go on for so long, and you can only hold the lid on the boiling pot for so long before it absolutely catapults and explodes. And the same thing goes for trading. When there's a pressure under a resistance level, that is huge. Now, in a momentous change today, this is massive, okay? And I'm going to show you why. We are on the 31st of July today. As per my videos in the last couple days, I have been showing you that on the monthly time frame, we are closing at the highest level we have ever closed in Bitcoin. That is huge. Your second catalyst, because Bitcoin is the leading indicator for what happens in the altcoin and crypto market. Now, the interesting fact here is that the body is closing above all previous highs. It has not done so at this point or at this point, or, well, technically slightly above that point, which was the high. I do not believe we're at the high just yet. The stochastic is kind of like midway, and we're on the monthly time frame here. So please note, I see Bitcoin's next rally very likely heading very much up to the 155 to 180K level. That's where Bitcoin's next move is likely heading up. At that point, if we get some sort of pullback before the next last pump, the absolute craze of this cycle, then so be it. We do have pullbacks on the way up. As you can see, up, pullback, up, pullback, up, pullback, up. Are we due for a pullback? I'm not so sure yet. If we are, I believe that'll hit 109, 111,000. I really don't think we're going to go any lower than that at this point. But after what the Fed did last night, the market restructured itself in such a way that even though Ethereum is kind of sitting right here at the peak and at these levels, we see constant rejection. Okay, you can see at these levels, we do see constant rejection. Are we going to pull back down to our purple box, 3,600? If we do, cool, then we pump up. I think we must retest what we have broken out. Usually it's like a ball when you bounce it on the floor and it pings up, it must come back down. Okay. Your next factor is, where are we on the Wall Street sheet? The psychology of a market cycle. Right now, we've gone way past belief. We've gone past hope. We've shot past optimism. My belief, ironically, right now is we're at this point, okay? We're at the belief point. So people usually say, time to get fully invested, right? I will buy more on margin, gotta tell everyone to buy. I am genius, we're all going to be rich. Boom, and then the market crashes on you. So I believe we're at around this level at the moment. We don't have much longer left. And that's why we're in the euphoria phase of the market cycle at this moment. That is really it. And then we start all over again. We're not yet in altcoin season, okay? We tried to reach for it. We didn't really get there. But while Bitcoin will make its next move up, as we're seeing here on the Bitcoin dominance, we can see the stochastic is getting ready to pump up. Honestly, we're building this is a negative divergence. So stochastics are lower lows and lower highs, and the prices are higher highs and lower lows, okay? That's price divergence. What this means is right now we're back testing this level right here, the 62.5%. We could from there, then perhaps from here, maybe bounce a little bit, but it's very likely that we do something like this and we start to head down, very likely, very fast, all the way down to the 44 level at the very, very least, okay? I'm going to leave that there for us for now. I'd love to see where we are in a couple weeks' time. Your next thing is that Bitcoin on the total market cap ranked by assets, you can see total market cap of assets is increasing. Probably around the beginning of the year, this was at about 103 odd trillion. We've now pumped about 20 odd trillion into the market, and that's excluding all the debt from the world, from the US debts scenario. You can see here that Bitcoin is sitting at number 6 on this ranking at $2.33 trillion. We're gonna gobble up Amazon, gobble up Apple, and very likely gobble up Microsoft on the next rally on Bitcoin, especially, which leaves us really to just gobble up Nvidia and gold. The time is coming. It is near, my friends. Maybe it's this cycle, maybe it's not. But honestly, we're at a point where you have a decision to make. And this is the last reason why. Because we have not yet, on the Bitcoin price and Satoshi meter, gone to the levels of euphoria. You can see here in 2013, 2014 cycle, we hit the euphoria, we pull back. We hit the euphoria, we pull back. Okay, we climb up. This is the climb. We pump up and we pull back. That is the signal. That is the signal. That is the signal. Okay, and there again, the signal and the signal. This was not even anywhere near that. We haven't gone anywhere. We are not at the peak in this cycle just yet. Okay, we could absolutely rip it to the upside over the next couple weeks and months. And this is why you are watching this video with me right now. So make sure you get into the trades that I am circulating right now. Low margin. These trades are all 5x leverage. There's not one single trade that is more, other than my Bitcoin, that is more than 5x. And I'm saying this right now because we're at a moment. What I've described to you is you must stack 20 to 30% aside. I've got about maybe 12.5 to 15% left of my dry powder, waiting on the sidelines to continue to reposition myself and make sure my entries are as low as I can possibly get them. But a few percent, if we look at my Ethereum trade, a few percent, down 10%, is not going to make me stay awake, keep me up at night. Okay, so let's go and have a look at some of my trades, right? Ethereum, 6x, Bitcoin, 6x. Okay, so those two are 6x. Doesn't matter that my trades are down right now. You know, there's no shame in getting liquidated. There's no shame in having trades in the negative. That's what the dry powder and your confidence and the mentality that you have will serve you in knowing your ability to take the steps forward. So the coins I will show you, the 10 picks I'm going to show you in a short moment, are exactly some of the ones I have put trades on. Let's go and have a look at a couple of them. Rune, cool, I'm down a little bit. My say is down 33%. I'm not worried. I will, on these particulars that are down a bit lower, I will just add more margin. That's it. Okay. Sui down 18%. XRP 15%. Solana 12%. Arweave 35%. Ondo 11%. Toncoin is up 55%. AVAX I'm down 25%. ADA 1.7%. Sorry, 21%. Theta 20%. Render 17%. Super 31%. Link 7%. My Echelon Prime is now up 5%. Fartcoin is down 30%. So I'm not just talking to you. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I have 21 positions open. Okay. We are primed for an altcoin season like you have never seen before. If you are not positioned with me, using my Bybit link down below, getting yourself up to $30,000 deposit bonus, friends, you're about to miss out on your future wealth, on life-changing gains. So let's delve right into the top 10 token picks that I have for us today. Couldn't help myself, but Tensor is that number one, right? And here's why. With Tensor being Solana's leading NFT and DePIN platform, we could potentially, and look how low we are. We're at the bottom of this chart, just by the way. We could possibly see $1.50 to $20. Now, I know that's quite a range, right? But anything can happen in crypto. Now, what we can see here right now on Tensor, we're at the bottom at 11 13 cents right now. We're really bottoming out quite hardcore. We're at a level where we're looking to break out, and a move up to $1.50 would give us a 11x on this coin, right? A move to the peak up here at $2.60 would give us a 20x here. A move to $20, my friend, sounds like quite a lot, I have to say to you. So let's look at how what the Fibonacci actually has to say to us. But it is a relatively decent range. I mean, a move up to the 1166 on the 4.618 is a 92x gain, and a move up to $20 would give us a 160x gain. Now, Tensor's market cap is quite low. I think it can go very high, but where do we place it on our top 10 altcoins to 20x your portfolio tier maker? Let's see. So considering we did say to $1.50 it would be about an 11x, right? To $20 is going to be 160x. Now, I would feel more, and of course the Fibonacci said 11.66, and the $11.66 mark was around a 92x. So that's somewhere between the top and the bottom. So where do we actually place Tensor? Honestly, I would feel more than comfortable to place Tensor very likely in about your 10 to 20x portfolio in terms of where we at with this token. You ask why? Well, I think it's got attention. It's part of AI. It's part of Solana, and if Solana goes rocky, we could possibly even see it there. I mean, it could even end up at a 30 to 50x, to be very honest with you. So why don't we place it in the 30 to 50x, right? Let's settle on a kind of halfway point for Tensor. Unemotional, just more aligned. The next one is Echelon Prime, gaming and DeFi. Clean tokenomics, huge partners, and a big upside. People like Alex Becker and others speak about Echelon Prime often. Is it a good token? Yes, because it's backed by good players in the space that know what projects to back. So while we're sitting here at the bottom, okay, at $2, we could see Echelon Prime head very much up to a sort of a $12 to $150 level. Okay, from where we are to the 618, that'll give us a 5x gain on Echelon Prime, which is the $12 level, right? To the all-time high, that will give us a 7.5x. If we got up to the high of the Fibonacci, we would get to about $81, which would give us a 36x. If we're to get up to a $120, $150 level, that's going to give us a 68x. Now, where would we position Echelon Prime on those kinds of figures? I believe we could probably see Echelon Prime do a 10 to 20x. So I'm not even going to question that. I'm going to place it in that space. 10 to 20x for me on Echelon Prime. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. The next is Fetch, or now known as ASA, or Artificial Superintelligence something. I can't remember the last word. But really, what you actually want to know is that this is a project that has been combined by 3 crypto projects for AI and restaking. Why? You've got massive backers, and really we could probably hit a $12 to $25 on this coin. Now that's a wide range, right? Look at the stochastic that we have going on right here. Look at the MACD, look at the momentum, higher highs, higher lows. We're busy building that momentum. Don't miss out on this opportunity, because the moment it breaks out of this level, we're going to see that pump. So if we're to get up to the 618, that's going to give us a 2.5x. To the all-time high, that's a 4.2x. If we are to get up to the top of the Fibonacci at 4.618, that's going to give us a 21x. And then lastly, to the $25 it could possibly spike up to, we could get a 36x. So reasonably so, I would say that APLHA would probably end up, I would safely say, in the 0 to 10x. Now you going, well, man, you want to give me 220, you want to give me 20x cryptos, you want me to 20x my portfolio, but now you're giving me 10x's. Well, I've already given you a 10 to 20x and a 30 to 50x, right? So remember, that balances out your portfolio. And really, if you had $1,000 invested in these 10 picks and there was $100 across each, you want your $100 to basically end up making you your $1,000 to make you $20,000, right? That's the narrative. That's what we're talking about here. Now, Rune or Thorchain is the next. This is BTC native DeFi and yield farming, all right? What Thorchain can possibly do is end up at about, with real world adoption and real utility, we could possibly see this ending up at about $50, right? So right now, where we're at to the 618 is going to give us a 9x here. To the all-time high, a 15x. If we're to go anywhere near the peak of the Fibonacci, well, my friends, we're looking at a possible $95, which would give us a 70x gain on Rune. Why would Rune get a 70x gain? Well, because it's a Bitcoin native DeFi staking and reward platform with a massive potential on gains. Man, I mean, look at the 82x gains there. So where do we place Rune, my friends? Now, I would say that Rune's probably going to start looking a little bit more beastly because of where it's at. And I would say Rune could probably hit a 50 to 100x, right? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, the next one, number 5, is Arweave, my friends. This one is one of the greatest picks I have in the selection. The reason I'm going to say that to you is it's all about on-chain storage and AI infrastructure. This is a narrative that has not yet exploded in crypto, in blockchain. This is getting ready to pump. This we could see anywhere up at possibly $300, and you're sitting at $7 at the bottom right now with a double bottom forming and a very strong looking stochastic and a very strong looking MACD. So to get up to the 618 at $75 is going to give us a 10x gain. This is going to give us a 15x gain to that peak. That isn't the all-time high, and I'm going to show you this in a moment. If we are going to get up to $300 could take us up to the 2.618. That's a 41x. But if we're to go up to $542, which honestly I think is going to be a little bit outrageous at this point, that would take us up to the 4.618 and $542. And this would give us a 75x gain on our capital. That's mad. So where do we place Arweave? Before I do that, the reason I want to show you this chart here right now, let's go and have a look at this, right? Let's move myself over. Right now, the reason I'm showing you this Arweave chart is because right now, this is where I believe we're at in this cycle, and what you need to actually realize right here, right now, because if you don't see this, you're going to miss out on the gains I'm about to show you on most cryptos, because most cryptos looks like this, and most cryptos, I mean, this is honestly the perfect chart to show you, because most cryptos actually have pulled back enough in this cycle. So if we're going back to my cycle euphoria chart, we've had all of this. We've done this. Now we've hit this level. This pullback that we've seen is this. We're now at this moment right here. Okay. This is the moment where we're waiting for the parabolic gains to come through. Look at us. This here is a resemblance of this here. This downslope and the double bottom, okay, is a resemblance of this downslope and this double bottom. I think I've made my point very clear now, right? So I believe you'll probably see Arweave in the 30 to 50 category. Okay, I'm going to settle on a 30 to 50 category with Arweave. The next is Jupiter. Jupiter is Solana's DeFi kingdom. It's the DEX of Solana. One of, okay, but it is the strongest. It's got real users. It's got real volume. Honestly, the target could be anything likely up to $10. If we add the Fibonacci, let's go and see where we can go. Right now, we're waiting to break out of this downsloping trend and this horizontal heavy resistance level that we've tried to break out a few times. Eventually, it's going to break out, my friends. And when we do, when we pump up to the all-time high, that's going to give us a 2.5x. If we pump up to the 4.618, that's going to give us a $8.3, right? That's a 15x. If we get to $10, that's going to give us an 18x. So not the biggest gains, but it's still getting close enough to your 20x's, right? So I would place Jupiter, probably, I'd place it in the 10 to 20x without a doubt, right? The next one is GRT, or the graph. This is AI infrastructure. It's a low cap coin, and it has the potential to do massive gains. I mean, we could see this maybe at $4. Let's go and have a look, because right now we're bottoming out. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. Look at the momentum is coming heavy into GRT right now. So are you positioned well, my friends? You let me know. If we make a move from there to the 618, that's a 16x already. To the all-time high here, we're looking at a 27x. If we were to hit $4 on this coin, okay, $4 is kind of only here to hit a 40x. If we're to go even more crazy, and for whatever reason we hit the 4.618 at $13.2, that's going to give us 130x gain on your bags, my friend. Okay, wow. Where do we position this is the question. Honestly, I think I'm going to have to stack it there with Rune. I don't know if it can get $130, 130%, 130x. I think it can do a 50x, possibly. The next one is Gains Network. This is a DeFi trading platform that you can use leverage on, right? Do I use Gains? Yes. Do I own Gains? Yes. Now, I've been buying Gains for some time, which means I've been bleeding out, right? Yeah, so and so, right? I've added a lot to my position in this range. Cool, it's like a 50% drawdown in this range, right? It's okay. This is where you take risks in crypto, because this is like buying Bitcoin at the bottom right now, okay? We could possibly see this do $20 plus. We're getting ourselves up to the 618. We got a 4x. To the all-time high here, a 6.6x. $20 is going to take us to around a 10x. And if for whatever reason we manage to get all the way up here to the 4.618, you could see a $60 price, and that's a 32x gain on Gains Network, right? That's pretty decent, I would say. So rotation of your liquidity as these narratives take place is going to be very important. Honestly, I would probably give it Gains a 10 to 20x at this point, considering we've pretty much got the two dexes in the same kind of playing space. The next one is Injective. Modular. This is a modular DeFi chain, and this is probably going to do exceptionally well. They have slowed down in their momentum as well a bit, but it doesn't mean anything, right? Look at where the charts are speaking right now. It's a strong chart. Are you prepared to make some crazy gains with me? Let me know down in the charts, in the comments below, because our Fibonacci tells us a very beautiful story. So right now, first of all, we're creating higher lows, higher highs. So actually, this is in a broadening wedge pattern. Massively bullish. We're about to break out of the downsloping trend line, the horizontal resistance line, and we're in an ascending triangle currently, okay? We, from here, could possibly up to the 618 would get us a 1.5x. To the all-time high here, a 2.8x. Really, if we were to somewhat, for some reason, get up to the 4.618 at $222, that's going to give us a 15x gain. Where do I think Injective's going, and where does Injective deserve to go? I think Injective can possibly pump up here to the top in the 0 to 10x category, right? So you can see I've given you a pretty even Stevens balance of coins to have. The next one and the last one on this list is Injective, is Illuvium. Now, Illuvium is a AAA gaming project in the crypto space. It got absolutely slaughtered by the Sam Bankman-Friedman dilemma with FTX, and hence why we dropped from a $2,000 level right down to where we're at $13. And actually, I think our low on this was like $8 or so. Now, why would you not get something like this at this level? We could probably hit $80 to $1,000. That's a massive range here. However, for the sake of this, I want to just say that because it has a strong user base, because we're at this level on the stochastic, I don't know, could we go higher? Let's see the ridiculous possible gains we could potentially make here in this cycle, and if they're reasonable or not to expect. With a massive resistance level here, okay, that's at about 670 odd dollars, okay, and that's a 42x gain on this token. If we were to hit the 618, which is a possibility, that's a 74x gain. If we're to be ridiculous and go to the all-time high, that's 121x gain. And if we are to go anywhere near the 4.618 on this, and I don't know if we can, my friends, we could see our Illuvium bags pump up to a 569 plus at a $8,884 Illuvium. Now, is that possible? It could be because of the limited quantity of Illuvium tokens, but I don't know, my friends. That would be a very hard ask. However, in saying that, I really do think that Illuvium could be our only shining gem in this whole narrative, giving us 100x plus gains. That I believe it could do, okay? Because right now, to get 100x plus, that would go from $13 to $1,300. It's not that, it wouldn't be that much to ask for this particular project. Now, if you have been thoroughly enjoying the video with me, make sure to hit my Bybit link down below, okay? And let's get trading together. It doesn't matter, Ethereum's pulling back a little bit here. It's going to range in between the Bollinger Bands. Let's have a closer squiz here right now, because Ethereum, even on the stochastic, it's bottoming out. It's exhausting itself to the downside, and we're in a trading range here right now within this beautiful, look at this trading range, okay? I'm even going to put it here, okay? It started, in fact, where did it start, okay? Started there, and we're there, okay? The trading range actually started from there. No, it didn't. It started from there, okay? So right now, our trading range has been approximately 23 days, right? It's about time we're getting ready to break out. Is it going to be to the downside, or is it going to be to the upside? I'd love to know your thoughts down below. It doesn't matter that we're pulling back a little bit. I did say 3,600. Even if we did some way down here, we're still creating higher lows in the scenario. But honestly, a tap out of this upward sloping wedge is normally bearish. So we could end up down at the 3,300 level if we really were to bleed out in this market at the moment. Do I think that's going to happen? No, but again, anything can happen. And this video is absolutely not financial advice. So do not take a single thing here that I have said as advice to you, because it absolutely isn't. This video is for the best benefit of you spraying money and hoping. It's like putting your money on a roulette table and hoping for the best. That's what's happening here right now. But with all the data and the statistics that I've shared with you in this video, hopefully you can make the right decisions for you, your family, your future wealth, and your crypto game, your crypto bags. So the final mindset and focus on execution that you actually have to have here right now. Remember that 99% of people won't actually make it. Not because they didn't have the right coins, but because they didn't have a plan. You have to take profits. I told you 25, 25, 25 at different levels. So here's your 6-month crypto checklist, right? Build your positions now. Set your targets. Don't chase the green candles. Take profits and reinvest them smartly. This is the last quiet phase before the mania. You can play it smart, or you can sit out and watch others win and make future wealth that you were just looking at. The last thing I'd like to leave you with is, on my next video, I will show you the entry zones, the price targets, the portfolio trackers, the risk tools that I use. So make sure to comment down below. I am ready for the next 6 months. And if you're serious about building generational wealth with me, make sure to like the video because it really helped you. Subscribe for next week's alpha and join my Telegram down in the description of this video for real-time alerts and secret picks that I share. This is Crypto Bliss, and we're just getting started.